Alright guys, so today we are going to be taking a look at the clan battle. So pretty much everything is the same. We have 6 days to complete this, and then achievement wise they are pretty much the same thing that we have been getting thus far. So let's actually talk about the main thing. How do we actually plan for this, or what is the strategy for this? So I have been playing for a minute, as far as trying to see what's the best setup. I have been, cruising on Discord to see what's like, what are people consensus as far as like, all right, what's the ideal build or what's the ideal unit to use, and we came to a conclusion that this boss or the Victory 2 has two things you have to look out for. First of all, the V2 is going to be targeting one of your lowest allies, the lowest HP. So if you do want, let's say, your DPS unit to survive a little bit longer, you might want to up the actual HP of that specific unit with your modules and whatever, and then I guess play around with having evasion on your lowest HP unit, so you do not just outright get busted. And then secondly, melee is going to be doing more damage than your range attack, so that's why when they are releasing a string of banner for April, they went with Moon Gundam, they went with Galplans, they went with what is it, Dobin Wolf, because they had us, they were releasing units specifically catered towards the clan battle, which I don't like. Me personally, I don't really care what unit they are releasing in a sort of way, because like I know for standard banner unit I typically don't go for them, but it just kind of sucks that if you are trying to prepare for the clan battle, you are trying to see what to use, and the fact that over the course of the last month or just the month of April, they are releasing things that are you kind of have to use for the clan battle, which I think to the majority of the player base is kind of like a middle finger to their face, because not many people spend tons of money into the game, so not many people are gonna have like the max out wailing out account. So to them it kind of sucks, because they are, you can say, at a disadvantage in a way. So I just want to toss it out there. So melee build is going to be the best runs, so you can be using like your Ray close combat. So for this specific build, we will be using units that are more Ray centric, and then we have Moon Gundam. I put Moon Gundam, so I mean I kind of, if you don't have Moon Gundam, for example, we can definitely replace that. There are still tons of different options. You can probably opt to go for maybe this Banshee. I guarantee if you guys have been playing for a hot minute, Banshee is going to be a unit that you guys have. The Transcendent skill, on the other hand, is probably something that you guys may not have invested into, but just for a sheer purpose of using a raid unit, you guys can definitely use Banshee as well. If you guys do have, let's say, Zeta, if you guys have like Sasabi, they work as well. It's just for this specific run, I'm not using them as of yet. And then obviously Kshatriya will probably shine the most in this specific run, so do definitely give her a try when you do need it to trying to get a better score. But for the purpose of this video, just for the purpose of showcasing off like a more, I guess, a quote-unquote standard build, we will use the setup. So pretty normal. My lowest HP designated to, I believe, Shores Zaku 2, so 50k.6. all right, 50.6k. So that's gonna be your lowest benchmark, and then the other one is gonna be somewhere higher. So all right, I think for Mark II, I forgot to swap the pilot. I'm not going to be using Camille. Camille is probably not the best one I should use. I should be using Jared, so we should be fine with that. Module wise, I went with double HP because Mark II actually has a relatively low HP, so we don't want that. Double HP module, like I said again. And then for S Gundam, we are using the DPS module, because HP wise for S Gundam is actually relatively high, so we are fine with that. Borgazella is actually a really good buffer, and it's something that I feel like you guys do need to use for the specific run, because the EX SKU is actually busted. This one is simply a debuffing, so any enemies taking extra beam attack damage, and then raid mobile suits are dealing more damage, so that's actually going to be good. And then high mobility, so Borgazella is going to be cooking, and then Borgazella's borderline is going to be able to contribute a fair amount of damage as well, so pretty good. Sharzak 2, we are going for double evasion module, And then for this one, we're going for double HP or double evasion module as well. And then last but not least, we have Moon Gundam with the double evasion module as well. So pretty plain simple, nothing tricky, or I don't even have any unit enhancements, so we don't need to go over that. But other than that, I think the build breakdown, we got that done. So let's actually see what kind of score we can get. Alright, so I think this setup should be fine. I think S Gundam where it is, I think I'm just gonna put it right here. I feel like having that angle should be fine, I feel like. And then let's just I'll play at 2x speed just so we do get through it a little bit faster. So a lot of the unit that I have are debuffers. So Mark 2 is a exceptional debuffer at Transcendent skill 5, which I do not have a Transcendent 5 for Mark 2 yet. But Mark 2, Borgazellas, they are really good for this specific run because of the sheer debuffing factor. So if you guys do have them, I do definitely implore you guys to use them because they are actually going to make your run a lot more easier. So we got that complete. So I think we did make it. Did we make it into an A? I don't think we did. I don't think we did. But let's kind of check out the result real quick. Let's check that out. We are at B, so we finished off at 3,400. So I know this is not the best possible build because I did constrain myself with a specific run to use only, let's say, standard units in a way. So we have that. As far as the damage output, Moon Gundam is obviously really good as Gundam as expected, even in a situation where using range build like your bombardment, your generic for example, it may not be the best result. So using like literally melee build is the way to go. So not bad. Borgazellas, like I said again, is going to be contributing a lot, and then the rest is just kind of there, right? If you do take a look at the battle log, you guys can see that damage wise they're not really hot. Look at S Gundam, barely holding on at like a good 28k just for a standard attack. You guys can see the other melee stuff, they are hitting for relatively high. So we have that. Yeah, Moon Gundam, I feel like definitely excel, pretty good. So kind of unfortunate they kind of advertised to have to summon for those specific units to make this run smooth. But like I said again, I will not let Banner determine how I should use my diamonds, especially for clan battle. I refuse to do that because it definitely takes away the fact that you are forced to summon for them. So I'm never up for that. But once we are able to cast a few debuffing, I think we are starting to do more damage. So debuffing is definitely going to be the key to, let's say, succeed in this specific clan battle. But now that we have taken a look at a more standardized team, we can go ahead and take a look at a more limited base suit and see what can we do. Alright, so for a more limited build, we went for the following. So I have a Zeta, I have Sasabi, and then we are using Hisatria. All the other ones are pretty much what we have used on the previous setup. So let's actually hop in and see what kind of lineup we can use. Alright, so I think we are still gonna stick with the same setup. So Sasabi, I do hope that Sasabi can at least do us a favor and start dodging, because I have tried it out and Sasabi was just not willing to dodge. So yeah, it was definitely a problem. So let's kind of actually focus on Sasabi and we pray. So I did build Sasabi to have the lowest HP on the team. So supposedly Sasabi should be receiving those attacks so we can start evading. So yeah, I can definitely see that Sasabi is kind of up there-ish a little bit, but not really. And so far, okay, we just broke A. That's not bad. And Mark 2, why are you taking damage, Mark 2? Why? Alright. I mean, I did build the other fellas like roughly about near the same HP or just a little bit higher to Sasabi, so it definitely makes no sense why they should be taking any damage. But I guess it's just the fact that they are in the front line and it's they just got randomly hit. That's probably all I can say. So let's gonna see what we did. I know it was just somewhere around the A tier, so even my score for the solo one with using limited stuff isn't really the best because I simply don't have a lot of good melee units, so I'm just gonna cut it there. So okay, so we got a 5,800, so that's not really the best. 7,000 would be where you're hitting the S tier score, which obviously we have not hit that yet. So that is my result. So yes, Sasabi is looking pretty pathetic here. Even though we place him up front to making sure that he's gonna take all the damage and evade, but we did not. But yeah, that's the setup for the limited build. So I know this is the solo one. Let's actually take it on with the clan one. I just want to see with, you know, my clanmate stuff what we can do. Alright, so for the clan version, we will be using one of my guildmate or clanmate having a really busted Banshee Norn, so I think we are going to be going for that maxed out, so I think we should be cooking with this one, so let's kind of see. Alright, I think in terms of the setup, I'm still going to go for the following, so I did put Sasabi in the back now, and then we are putting Banshee Norn up front, so let's kind of see. I guess we can put it on Kasashi to see what's going on. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Banshee now is cooking this one. Sure. Yeah. I think we're so far we're doing all right. I guess in a way, right? We do have a lot of debuffs going on from obviously Sasabi, more too. I did not bring Borges Ellis in this one specifically, so I think I will probably. I don't know if I should replace S Gundam because S Gundam is still contributing a fair amount in this one. So we did get S tier, so that's not bad. Yeah, definitely melee build, and this one just cooked. I mean, I don't know what else to say. Like they definitely made it where the boss takes, I guess, a substantial amount of damage from melee build. So kind of it is what it is. We just gotta play by the rulebooks, and we just gotta go what they have. But there you guys have it. So this is the run that we have, the setup that I have. So let me know what you guys are running to get a better score. Definitely do share in the comment section below so others can get a higher score as well. So this is my damage report. So Banshee Cook, S Gundam did really good as well. I'm surprised Zeta actually underperformed this one, I feel like. So kind of unfortunate, I definitely feel like. But nonetheless, we definitely had a good one on this one. But I think that's going to be pretty much it. And I'll be catching you guys all on the next one.